Hello again. This is second part of a series describing FellowChain project. Here I want to dive in GitHub repository, what is available there and how you can contribute. So you can access it here by the menu or here by this icon. Once we are there, we can see that there is 5 repositories, 6 in fact. Okay. First of them is a FellowChain website. This repository contains Vue.js project, which is responsible for the FellowChain network website. As you can see on the website itself, it's pretty harsh, and feel free to enhance it any way you like. So also there is many small things here that do not work as well as they could work. So you can go here, go to the repository, and either create an issue or even better, simply fork. I will not do that right now, but you can fork and update the repository and create a pull request. So feel free to modify it in any way. I'm not a front-end developer. My friend who is cooperating with me is not a programmer actually, so any help would be very, very appreciated. That's a Vue.js project using Web3.js library in the background. So feel free to modify it any way you like. So second repository is a governance contracts. That's actually a repository I spend most time in. It contains Truthful Framework Solidity project with all contracts responsible for voting and FellowChain token distribution. It has most of blockchain logic responsible for actions available in here. Give me a second. Here, the governance tab. So the voting, the governance platform, all stuff that is happening here is governed by this repository. Okay. Feel free to refactor, create any automated tests or any issue or request for improvements for this part. If you have any idea, you can always register an issue, even if you are not, especially if you are not a computer programmer and you do not know how to do that yourself. Ideas are also welcome. So it's important to say that these contracts are responsible only by for governance of that project, not for this insurance company that is about to be created during the project. It's just a governance. I will describe this governance in some of future videos. So that's important thing to understand for now. Okay, so let's see the next repositories. Next repository is a documentation repository. Well, every IT guy knows that's a favorite one of also mine. Of course, that's a sarcasm. So documentation contains some documents that will help you better understand what this project is all about, what its economy. I encourage you to simply download them and read them. And also I encourage you, there are also diagrams with some diagrams that describes the main ideas behind the project. I encourage you or to create some new diagrams, for instance, using Draw.io online tool or any other tool you have, preferably open source, or also to modify these documents any way you like, or even just to create an issue with your thoughts about what could be improved. So that's first three repositories. There is also fourth repository, which actually is not much of a repository. It's a place where maybe later we will have some forum or something like that to manage that. But until that, it's a place to log in the work you've done already. So I give here, so here I request for 1000 tokens for my last commit. Here's the commit. Then there will be discussion about that, and then when discussion will be to get to the conclusion that you can request, then you can request funding here for your work, linking this issue, describing shortly the kind of work, and then it will go under the voting here. Here are some test issues that's all on the test network. Also, this will lead to the, I hope that works here. Okay, to this thread describing your work. So that's very important for you to feel if you made any work and you want some FellowChain tokens, and hopefully later we will have also some POA network coins for your work. So that's the administration repository. There are two other repositories, Insurance Web, which for now is almost empty, Vue.js project. How empty it is, you can very well see here. That's a project which is deployed in prototype, so there is nothing yet here. So that's another repository. And the last one has insurance contracts. That I started to implement some contracts, but I believe it should be done in more decentralized manner, so by many different developers to review. And I believe we first should start to work on documentation, simply to create the right idea before we will go to implementation of all smart contracts. So that's repositories of a final product. I believe that describes quite well this repository. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them, or somewhere here in issues, or on the Telegram, or on Facebook group. Thank you.